Before we start the meeting, we would request everyone keep themselves muted, and either they will be unmuted by the Zoom master, or whenever they are required to speak, you can unmute yourself. While the camera is switched on, kindly do not move because it will distract the speaker. What else? You know the washrooms and water points at your residence. Please make best use of them. You can have tea and coffee at your convenience. Yes, the club's mission statement. The club's mission is to provide a supporting and learning atmosphere in which members are empowered to grow. With this, I would like to invite our club president to address the club. Thank you.
Round of applause to our Sergeant at Arms, DTM Vinay Vastav. Good evening, everyone. It's a special meeting today. Everyone knows the hype. We have elections today. I'll be very brief as presiding officer. I understand there are no guests today. They're not invited, but still, if anyone is guest, we'll give them the chance to introduce. Libby, can you confirm if you have any guests?
No, we definitely don't have guests.
All right. Thank you. I had this thought this afternoon about doing things which have no purpose. Do you do anything on a daily basis not to achieve any objective? Anyone? The things, so they are called, so there are two different kind of activities. One is telic, another is atelic. So telic are those activities which have purpose, and atelic are without any purpose. For example, going for a walk, or making something out of Lego, or making pyramid of paper glasses. So what I thought while I was reading Aristotle, and his thought was that we should have a proportion of both to balance the life. If we keep on doing only purposeful things, we will follow that sequence of accomplishments, rise in life, then a time will come when we'll not grow and then decline and die. But Aristotle talked about fulfillment of life, living a well-lived life. And what he meant was that we should do sometimes things which just give us pleasure, or we do what we like, not to achieve some purpose. I do it on a daily basis. Creating something out of garbage with my daughter. Garbage means all the papers and sticks and woods, and making some structure out of it. It's not there in the computer, otherwise I would show you. But I encourage you to do it. To do something every day, which is not to achieve money or health or promotion, just for pleasure. It gives more meaning to life. And with this request, let us move on and invite the Toastmaster of the day for the evening. She's a special educator. She is a hypnotherapist, a healer, a passionate singer, dancer, reader. She is all-rounder. Let us invite very dynamic Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Tanuja, everyone.
Thank you, Toastmaster, for this kind information and introduction. Welcome for this special meeting. Actually, all our Toastmasters meetings are special, don't you all think? Yes, but today's meeting is more special because all of our faith and our club's faith is going to go on to next new elected committee's hand. Let's cop a deep and know more about Toastmasters today. We all know that Toastmasters is a non-profit educational organization that teaches public speaking and leadership skills through a worldwide network of clubs. I'm going to ask few questions, basic questions about Toastmasters. Just raise your hands if you know the answer. Okay? Here comes the question first. First question. Who started Toastmasters? Yeah, Meenakshi.
Ralph Smedley.
What was his intention? Actually, okay, I'm not able to see many people's faces. I mean, very less people are there whose camera is on. So I would like to ask this question to DTM Vinay.
So once it happened that Ralph Smedley was sitting with his friends in a car garage, and they were celebrating the engagement or a marriage of one of their friends. And he realized that although everybody is a friend, 5 to 10 people, but when asked to speak something about that person, they were not able to do that. So an idea came in his mind, why not start something which will help people to grow, to speak. And from there, from that car garage, the birth of Toastmasters happened. So for few years, 2 years, 3 years, it went on like an unorganized kind of an activity. But actually, in
Okay, wait.
1974,
That questions are going to come. So please
great,
don't reveal everything.
great.
So
So
yes,
this is about the birth of Toastmasters, how Toastmasters came into being.
yes, to develop public speaking. Yes, that is the answer. Yeah, very well said. Okay, the next question, and please participate. When was first unofficial Toastmasters meeting held?
17th March 1924.
17th March 1924. Yes, but who said that? I'm not able to see.
Arun.
Oh, yes. Yes. Okay. Now next question. Since when in Toastmasters they started admitting women?
1973.
Very well, Meenakshi. Okay. Where Toastmasters officially started?
Where means
California.
Kingston
Yes.
Road, California, where its headquarters is, I think, currently.
No, headquarters is not in California. Is it in California? Where the headquarters is?
Currently, it is in Denver. It is in Denver.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, now who is our international president?
Is it Matt Kinsey?
Yes, who said that? Again.
Vinay.
Okay. Yes, very well said. Okay. And we know the mission statement. Now, today at present, we have 280,000 plus members as per Toastmaster International's record, but as per actually Wikipedia's records, we have more than 3 lakh members. And there are 14,700 clubs altogether, all over approximately in 144 countries. So as I said, each and every meeting is special, and these role players, they make these meetings learning experience worthy. If I have not been stopped being a chatterbox, I can go on and on and on. But yes, we have a timer. And today's timer, who won international speech competition at club level in his previous club. Kudos. Kudos, because he is very shy person and invert speaker also. And this is the impact of Toastmasters, and of course, his own effort as well. Let's welcome Toastmaster Dharmesh, the timer.
Hello everyone. I'll be playing the role of a timer today. I'll be noting down the times for each and every speaker, that is the table topic speaker, then the speeches, and today we also have the election, so there will be a special timing for that also. So that I'll be noting down the timing, and at the end of the meeting, when called upon by the MOC, I'll be giving out the timing report. I'll give you a short brief about the timings. Today we have mostly the table topics. So table topics, you need to speak for minimum 1 minute. After 1 minute, I will be showing the green card. Then 1 minute, 30 seconds, I'll be showing yellow card. And 2 minutes, I'll be showing red card. And if you go, there is a 30 seconds grace period also for speaking. So after 2 minutes, 30 seconds, if you speak more, you will be disqualified. And you need to speak for minimum 1 minute. Apart from that, we have a speech today, and that is 10 to 12 minutes. For that, I'll be showing the cards accordingly. So that is it. Over to you, MOC.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dharmesh. There is one more Toastmaster who is even not a year-long Toastmaster and who took up this role. For his experience is very nice with the Toastmasters. He found our club very supportive, interactive, and helpful. Let's welcome Toastmaster Deepak, our AHA counter of today.
Thank you so much, MOC. Good evening, Toastmaster Day, fellow Toastmasters. I am the counter for the day. As the counter, I will note the words and sounds that are used as a crutch and fillers by the speakers. During the meeting, I will listen the crutch words like and, well, but, so, you know. I will listen to the filler words such as a. I will note when a speaker's report repeat the phrases such as I, this means, you know, and a long pause or short pause. I will give my report when the MOC called upon. Thank you, and over to you, MOC.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepak. I'm a bit nervous, and I know I have made some mistakes while talking. But wait, we have somebody to, correct that. We have grammarian Toastmaster Krati.
Krati, you're on mute.
Sorry. Good evening, everyone. This is Krati Chandravanshi, the grammarian for today's meeting. As a grammarian, my role will be to take note of the all the grammatical do's and don'ts. Also, I encourage all of you to use the word of the day and phrase of the day for today's meeting. Let me introduce you the word of the day for today's meeting, which is resilience. Please mark, the word of the day for today's meeting is resilience, which means the ability to bounce back or recover quickly from challenges or setbacks. The example of usage of word resilience is, despite facing numerous setbacks, she has her resilience propelled her towards success. The phrase of the day is carpe diem, I repeat, the phrase of the day is carpe diem, and the example of usage of carpe diem is with a carpe diem mindset, she decided to quit her job and pursue her passion for art, embracing the unpredictable journey ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Krati. We are blessed to have a chartered member as a election officer on board today. For her, Toastmaster is like an ocean of opportunity for learn, excel, and grow. She thinks Toastmaster is a blessing as it made her physically, mentally, and emotionally strong. A big round of applause for election officer DTM Sangeeta Mishra.
Hello, I'm audible and visible. Hello,
Yes,
am I audible and visible, right? Thank you, Toastmaster Tanuja, for this warm welcome. Friends, I am DTM Sangeeta Mishra. As all of you know that I am an election officer for today's meeting. Friends, it is an honor and privilege to become a part of this election process. And it is a great opportunity and responsibility also for me and the role players and the nomination which I have received today. Friends, let me tell you something about my journey. I'm a part of Agnel Toastmaster Club since last 10 years, and I served this club as club secretary, VP membership, VP education, president, and now I am serving as an area director of area M1. Friends, it is a great opportunity for all of you to give back to our Toastmaster community who has nominated themselves for the role of ExCom members. So before I start the election process, let me tell you something about the election, what we are going to do. To perform my duty as an election officer, I have two strong pillars with me, Toastmaster Shaish and Toastmaster Dharmesh. Toastmaster Shaish is not only the secretary of this club, today he is a Zoom master, and he has a very big opportunity and responsibility to cast his vote in the favor of the club when we have only one nomination. So, and the second pillar of strength is Toastmaster Dharmesh. He's a timer of today's meeting. Toastmaster Dharmesh will be showing you the green, yellow, and red card, while the candidate will give 2-minute speech. He will also signal me after the poll is launched for 1 minute. So hope the timer and our Zoom master responsibilities are clear. Our Zoom master will mute and unmute the speaker today also. So let us proceed further. Now I would like to ask our club secretary, Toastmaster Shahid, could you please confirm if we have required quorum to conduct the election?
Yes.
Thank you. Now let me tell you something about the election process. Friends, for each position, I will first announce the nomination received and further call for nomination 3 times. Then I will declare nomination closed. If there are no candidates for a position, I will instruct the club executive to search for a candidate and hold elections for that position at a later date. If there is only one candidate for a position, I will advise the secretary to cast the deciding ballot on behalf of the club. If there is more than one candidate, each individual will have the opportunity to speak for 2 minutes. We will hold a secret ballot and we will launch the poll, and after that we will announce the winner. Nomination will be in the order as below. First, we will conduct the election for president, then VP education, VP membership, VP public relation, secretary, treasurer, and at last, sergeant and arms. Now we start the election for the Executive Committee of Annual Toastmaster Club 2023 to 2024. Let us begin with the president. For the office of president, the nomination received is Toastmaster Meenakshi. Are there any nomination from the floor? Are there any nomination from the floor? Are there any further nomination from the floor for the position of president? There is no nomination from the floor, so I declare nomination closed for the position of president. Since there is only one candidate for the president, we will forgo the secret ballot. Toastmaster Shaish, please cast the deciding ballot in the favor of Toastmaster Meenakshi for the position of president on the behalf of the club. Timer, please signal me when 1 minute is done. I'm not able to see the timer.
I'm keeping a timer on my mobile because 1 minute is not available. I'll let you know.
Okay.
One minute is done.
Thank you. Please congratulate our new elect president, Toastmaster Meenakshi Ranganathan, with a big round of applause. Now let us proceed further. For the office of VP Education, the nomination received is Toastmaster Libby Sarah Ibrahim. Are there further nomination from the floor? Are there any further nomination from the floor? Are there any further nomination for the floor for the position of VP Education? I declare nomination closed for the position of VP Education. Since there is only one candidate for the office of VP Education, we will forego for the secret ballot. Toastmaster Shaish, please cast the deciding ballot in the favor of Toastmaster Libby Sarah Ibrahim for the position of VP Education, behalf of the club. Timer, please let me know when 1 minute is done.
Yes, 1 minute is done.
Toastmaster Shahis, hope you cast your vote.
Yes.
Thank you. Please congratulate our new VP Education, Toastmaster Levi Sarah Abraham, with a big round of applause. Let us move further for VP membership. For the office of VP membership, the nominations received are Toastmaster Shanish Babu, Toastmaster Sanjeev Banerjee, and Toastmaster Kriti. Are there any further nomination from the floor?
I want to add up something here. I am backing out from the election for the role of VP membership.
Okay, thank you. Are there any further nomination from the floor for VP membership? Are there any further nomination from the floor for the role of VP membership? I declare nomination closed for the position of VP membership. The individual candidate will now speak for 2 minutes each. Timer Toastmaster Dharmesh, please show the green card at 1 minute, yellow at 1 minute and a half minute, and red card at 2 minutes. Zoom master, please mute the speaker at the end of 2 minutes. So now let us invite Toastmaster Sanjeev Banerjee to give his 2-minute speech. Toastmaster Sanjeev Banerjee, please.
Hi team, I think it is, I'm audible.
Yes.
Yeah. I think this is a beautiful opportunity for me to, be a part of Agnew Toastmasters Club and, kind of actively participate in the, proceedings. That is the only way. What I was thinking that why don't I apply for this post now? So that is one area which I think that it will help me not only to be a fence sitter, but also participate in the club activities day in and day out. That is one. And second would be that it would give me a chance to, network better with all those people who are, entering the club. And from day one or from the beginning of the journey, I would be able to, handhold them and know them better. And that is, you know, my two great reasons for being, for contesting this post. So prior to this, I don't have a very formal experience of managing any club or so, but I can tell you that since my childhood, I've managed a lot of community clubs and other things at good levels, and I've got a good exposure in dealing with public at large, whether it is organizing events, whether it is organizing, you know, Dashara Milan or Holy Milan or these kind of activities. So which gives me some kind of confidence that yes, I can do some justice to this post, not only just applying and be the limelight, but it should call for some basic level of expertise. So that's all. I would cut it very short now. And thanks for giving me this opportunity. And I hope that I can get selected in this. So thank you so much, guys. Thanks.
Thank you. Now, I would like to invite Toastmaster Shanish Babu to give his 2-minute speech.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I have been associated with the Agnew Toastmasters Club for the last 4 years and have taken various club leadership role as Vice President Public Relationship, Vice President Education, and President, and have taken roles at the district level as well. The reason I'm looking forward to continue the leadership and put my hat in the ring as well for the Vice President membership role is because I think it's the role wherein all of us at some point in our time, when we chose to be Toastmaster, the point of contact was the Vice President membership. And fortunately, as a club, we had Vice President membership over the last many years. who have been able to get good members and help them to grow as part of the Ignal Toastmasters. And as a vice president membership, I would like to continue this trend. And for any club, it's very important to have a very good vice president membership, because there is a very high members who leave the club, and it is important to bring the members at the same pace. And as a club, we have been striving for many accolades, and we were able to collect all these accolades, whether it's been provided by the Toastmaster International or by the District 98 over the last many years. And as an active member, I have been aware all of the criteria which is required, and somewhere I'm certain and confident that I will be able to convert the guest. So as a vice president membership, the first thing would be to get the guest, and the second priority for me is to connect with the members. Right now, I see very few members turning up for the meetings. For each of the meeting, I would like to connect with the members and understand what is the challenge they are facing, and as a vice president membership, how I can help them and support them to turn up for the meeting. So I'm looking forward to your support to continue my leadership journey in Toastmasters. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you. Timer, please stop the card. Now I would like to request Toastmaster Shaish to please launch the poll in the name of Toastmaster Shanish Babu and Sanjeev Banerjee. And timer, please show the timing card for 2 minutes. And we need to cast our vote after launching for 2 minutes, within 2 minutes. Now let us launch the poll.
My screen sharing is disabled. Can you enable it? Okay, I'm noting the time on the mobile.
Excuse me, on the polls, it is showing SA. I don't know whether it is only for me or for others as well. Saish, can you check, please?
I've launched the poll for vice president membership. Others can confirm.
I can see both the names. I could see both the names.
Yeah, I saw only for VPM, not sir.
Yeah, VPM.
Yeah, it's me only then.
I saw for VPM and both the candidates' names.
Okay, then I'll send my vote through chat to election officer.
Okay.
I missed voting, I think somehow. It didn't work.
One minute done.
Come on, friends, 1 minute to go.
One minute, 30 seconds. Two minutes are done.
Thank you. Friends, we have received the votes Toastmaster Sanjeev Banerjee has received 18% vote, and Toastmaster Sanish Babu has received 83% vote. So the winner is Toastmaster Sanish Babu. Please congratulate our new VP membership, Toastmaster Sanish Babu. Now let us move further for the election of Vice President, Public Relations. Friends, for the office of VPPR, the nomination received is Toastmaster Sakshi Borkar, and she has assigned a proxy to Toastmaster Vidya Kuru. Toastmaster Vidya, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Thank you. Are there any further nomination from the floor? Are there any further nomination from the floor? Are there any further nomination from the floor for the position of VPPR? Now I declare the nomination closed for the position of VPPR. Since there is only one candidate, we will follow the secret ballot. Toastmaster Shaiz, please cast the deciding ballot in the favor of Toastmaster Sakshi Borkar for the position of VPPR from the behalf of the club. Timer, please signal me when 1 minute is done. Secretary, hope you cast the vote.
Yes.
Thank you.
Done. 1 minute done.
Okay, thank you. Now I declare the winner is Toastmaster Sakshi Borkar for the position of VPPR. Let us congratulate her with a big round of applause. Now let us proceed further for the election of secretary. For the office of secretary, the nomination received are Sangeeta Shruti and Mahima Jain. Both are present there.
Sangeeta
Hello?
Shruti present.
And Mahima Jain.
Can you hear me?
Mahima, Zoom master, please ensure me that both the candidates are here.
Yes, both are here.
Thank you. Are there any nomination from the floor? Are there any further nomination from the floor? Are there any further nomination from the floor for the position of club secretary? Now I declare the nomination closed for the position of club secretary. Now the individual candidate need to speak for 2 minutes. Timer, please show them the green card, yellow card, and red card when they were giving their speech. Now I would like to invite Toastmaster Mahima to give 2 minute speech.
Can you hear me?
Very low.
Very low.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak as a candidate for the secretary role of our club. I'm honored to consider for this position, and I would like to share my vision and my commitment with you. Toastmasters is a non-profit organization, and it's a platform where people improve their communication skills and leadership skills. This club helped me grow personally and professionally. I'm grateful for the opportunity, and now I want to give back by serving as a secretary role and contribute to our club ongoing success and growth. If I have chosen as a secretary, my main focus will be on transparent communication within our club. I will make the priority to keep all the members well informed about club activities, meetings, and events. I will be dedicated to maintain accurate record and updating the club documents and ensure that timely reminder and announcement are provided to all the members to keep everyone engaged and to keep everyone engaged. Fellow Toastmasters, I'm here to ask for your support and your trust and your vote. Together, we can make this club a lasting impact and create a club that continue to inspire and empower its members. Thank you for your attention and looking forward for this role. Thank you.
Thank you. Now I would like to invite Toastmaster Sangeeta Shruti to give 2-minute speech.
Can I start?
Yes.
Election officer, current ExCom, future ExCom, aspiring ExCom, Toastmasters, friends, namaskar. I'm Sangeeta Shruti. I've been told this is a speech where I have to pitch for myself and sell myself to you for the secretary position. I am very bad at sales. So I decided I'm not going to sell myself to you, just tell you what I'm thinking. Since the day I've joined, I've made it very clear I didn't want to take up a leadership position, this, that, at the club. My reason for joining Toastmasters is to indulge in my hobby of public speaking, network, know people, have a dimension to my life. Recently, a senior Toastmaster asked me a question which stumped me. He asked me that if the club is giving you what you want, it's allowing you to indulge in a hobby you like, giving you a dimension to your life, be with friends, that means the club is healthy. And if you are taking something healthy from a healthy club, isn't it your responsibility to give back? Because taking without replenishing is a crime. It makes the source unsustainable. That is the reason I chose to stand for the secretary position. Most of you know I run my own business as a financial planner. I'm an educator. So all this organizing, filing, etc., these things come naturally to me. So I don't think that I'm not qualified for the position, but I am here because I want to be part of the team that runs the club so I can give back and I can extend a helping hand wherever required. This is what I think. This is who I am. Is this the kind of person you want as a secretary? You decide. Ball in your court. Thanks for the opportunity, Sangeeta ji. Namaskar.
Thank you. Zoom Master, yes, thank you. Now, Zoom Master, please launch the poll in the name of Sangeeta Shruti and Mahima Jain. And timer, please indicate when the 2 minutes is done after the poll launched.
1 minute done. One minute, 30 seconds. Two minutes done.
Thank you. Zoom master, please remove the poll. Friends, Toastmaster Mahima has got 39% vote and Toastmaster Sangeeta Shruti has got 61% vote. So the winner is Toastmaster Sangeeta Shruti. So please congratulate Toastmaster Sangeeta Shruti as our club secretary. Now let us proceed further.
Election officer, I have a request. Can you please ask Zoom master to unpin me, please?
Sorry?
Thank you. Done. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Now for the office of treasurer, the nomination received is DTM Vinay Srivastava. Are there any further nomination from the floor? Are there any further nomination from the floor? Are there any further nomination from the floor for the position of treasurer? Now I declare nomination closed for the position of treasurer. Toastmaster Shais, please cast a secret ballot in the favor of Toastmaster Vinay Kumar Srivastava for the position of treasurer. Timers, please alert me when 1 minute is done. Toastmaster Shais,
Done.
hope you cast your vote.
Yes.
Done.
Thank you. Please congratulate our new treasurer, Toastmaster Vinay Srivastava, with a big round of applause. Now let us proceed further for the nomination of, for the election of Sergeant at Arms. For the office of Sergeant at Arms, the nomination received is Toastmaster Kriti. Toastmaster Kriti is there?
Yes, I am here.
Are there any further nomination from the floor? Are there any further nomination from the floor? Are there any further nomination from the floor for the position of Sergeant at Arms? Now I declare nomination closed for the position of Sergeant at Arms. Now I would like to request Toastmaster Secretary to cast the vote in the favor of Toastmaster Kriti for the position of Sergeant at Arms. Timer, please signal me when 1 minute is done.
Done. 1 minute done.
Toastmasters, Shaish, hope you have casted your vote.
Yes.
Please congratulate Toastmaster Kriti as Sergeant at Arms of Agnel Toastmaster Club.
Thank you.
Mr. Secretary, Toastmaster says, please record as for the term of 2023-2024. We have got the following position as Toastmaster Meenakshi Ranganathan as a President-elect, Toastmaster Libby Sarah Abraham for the Vice President Education, Toastmaster Shanish Babu as a Vice President Membership, Toastmaster Shakshi Bodkar as a Vice President Public Relation, Toastmaster Sangeeta Shruti as a Club Secretary, Toastmaster Vinay Kumar Shrivastava as a Treasurer, and Toastmaster Kriti Chandravanshi for Sergeant at Arms. Please congratulate our new ExCom, and the installation ceremony will be done in the first week of July. Now I would like to invite our newly elected President, Toastmaster Meenakshi, to address the club.
Thank you, Election Officer DTM Sangeeta. Today, as I present myself before you as the President-elect of our esteemed Agnel Toastmasters Club, I feel humbled and honored at the same time. I have been part of this Agnel community for the last 3 years, and I have always strived to be a part of this club and to serve this club. It is an absolute privilege because it is the place where we come together to share knowledge, foster growth, and more importantly, build lifelong connections. First and foremost, I would like to express my gratitude to each and every member of this club for your unwavering support and commitment to our club's mission. First of all, please pat yourselves on your back because you deserve it. Our club has always been a beacon of inspiration, whether in terms of achieving our club goals or producing amazing speakers, or more importantly, extraordinary leaders. It is a testament of the power of collaboration and the strength of our collective efforts. Together, we have accomplished a remarkable feat, and I have no doubt that in the future endeavor will be even more extraordinary. So today, I want to place myself a challenge in front of all of you because now is not the time to be complacent. We will not rest until all our goals are met. So what is the challenge, you are wondering? Today, after this meeting, I would request each and every one of you to jot down your Toastmaster goals for the program year 23-24. It could be anything like I want to complete one level or one pathway, or I want to compete in a contest, or it could be something higher that I want to serve in a leadership position. Whatever it is, just jot it down. Because I always believe that it's better to aim high and miss rather than aim low and then achieve it. So have you thought about your goals? Yeah, Vidya is scratching her head. Like I said, just jot it down, because once you put it on a pen and paper or on your digital devices, it becomes real. It is right in front of you. And I also encourage you that this is a chance to just step out of your comfort zone, because that is where the learning lies. In conclusion, I am filled with a sense of optimism and excitement as a whole for the future of our club. Our newly elected ExCom and the club as a whole, together we can accomplish great things. Let us continue to learn, inspire, and make a difference. Over to you, Election Officer DTM Sangeeta.
Thank you, Meenakshi, for this inspiring and motivational speech. I think you have inspired all of us to look at you as a great leader who can help all of us to accomplish our goals. Thank you so much for this inspiring words and inspiring speech. Friends, now we have done with the election process. Thank you so much for giving me this wonderful opportunity to serve the Agner Toastmaster Club. Now I would like to give back the control to our MOC Toastmaster Tanuja. Thank you.
Wonderful. A round of applause for all the new elected members. We all know that Toastmasters has helped us and is helping people from diverse backgrounds to become more confident speaker, communicator, and leaders. We have just witnessed now how taking part in ESCOM team and taking part to play a role with each meeting helps to become a leader. Same way, delivering prepared speech helps to overcome stage fear and fear of speaking in front of public. It also intensify our language and amplify our communication skills. Yes, we have our prepared speech. To understand objective of the prepared speech, I would like to call upon evaluator DTM Vinay.
Good evening, everyone. The purpose of this project is for the member to reflect on his or her growth during the completion of an entire part. All the best, Toastmaster Akshay.
So, Toastmaster Akshaya, isn't she inspiring? Especially for, procrastinator like me. She's finishing her pathway with her last speech. Let's call upon her, Toastmaster Akshaya, beginning of a journey with 1,000 words. Beginning of a journey with 1,000 words, Toastmaster Akshaya.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tanuja. Once upon a time, there was this little girl in a school so far away. And she, along with her friends, were huge and a very mischievous bunch. Now, one day, the school's headmaster set out an announcement saying that there will be a fancy dress competition. I'm sure all of us remember our school days when we had fancy dress competition. We'd all want to dress up as pirates, as whatever we wanted in this princess, pirate, you name it, we've all dressed up in those. Now, this little girl ran home after this announcement and told her mother, I don't know what I want to do. I want to participate, but I don't know what to do. Now, as a part of this fancy dress competition, the headmaster had also announced that the child has to give a speech on what inspires them and why they chose that costume. So this was a befuddled moment for that child to decide who I'm going to be and what answer I'm going to give to this question. She thought for days. There were 15 days between the entire thing. So she thought for 15 days, she completely thought. She did not know what she was going to do. At the last moment, she did nothing but wear this beige color suit and went up on stage. When she went up, the judges asked her, who are you today? So the first thing that came to her mind was, I'm a businesswoman. And then they asked her, who inspired you to become a businesswoman? And the answer was, my mother. Yes, everyone, that little girl was me. So many years back, my first thought, even at a fancy dress competition, was that I wanted to be like my mother. And I ended up becoming like my mother today, that I am a businesswoman. I'm in the digital marketing sphere. But that was the very last time I was on stage. After that, I had completely lost all sense of self-confidence to go up on stage and speak again. So over the years, whatever speech was to be given, prepared speeches had to be given in college for assignments and for everything, I have done. I have stumbled through it, traipsed through it as much as possible, avoided it, whatever I could do to get out of those situations. Finally, when I reached MBA, and before MBA, I had done various other courses, and I've always taken courses which did not involve me interacting with a lot of people at the same time because I was afraid. So when I reached MBA, I had realized the major point of being a business woman as such, or being in the business world, is to give speeches, is to connect with people, network with people. And this terrified me. Yes, I finally managed to get through my MBAs without any hitch and gave all my required speeches and assignments on time. But I was still terrified to go and stand on that stage and talk. And even if it was a prepared speech on my assignment, I was afraid to talk. Then one fateful day in 2021, my father told me, go and apply at Toastmasters. Now, again, I was terrified. I did not want to join Toastmasters. I was completely out of my game when I had to join Toastmasters. And initially, I did it only to appease my father, because otherwise he would sit on my head and say, well, you didn't do it, you didn't do it. So I went through the first 6 months in Toastmasters, taking up small roles like our counter and grammarian, these small roles. As I conversed with a few of the more established and experienced Toastmasters, and they told me, start with smaller roles. Don't just jump into the deep end of the pool and give a speech. And I did. For 6 months, I did not give a speech at all. Then one Saturday, even though we were still on Zoom call meetings, one Saturday I decided, okay, I will give my icebreaker. And everyone told me it's an easy speech. You talk about yourself. And that's when I realized, oh my God, it's the most difficult speech I have to give, because I have to talk about myself. What do I say? Do I have enough to speak for 4 minutes, for 6 minutes? I don't know myself that well to speak for 4 minutes. That was my complete and utter despair at that point. And then I decided to jot down all the points, what I wanted to talk about. And I showed it to my mentor as well. And we brainstormed and we finally figured out a structured speech that I should give. Now, just before the meeting, since it was a Zoom call meeting, all you had to do was set up an AC room, cool room to sit in, and a camera on and everything. And I had done all of this. I was ready. I was like, okay, yes, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. As soon as the Toastmaster of the day announced my name, there was butterflies in my stomach. I was shaking. I was literally shaking. I could hear my heart beating so fast. I thought I couldn't say anything. And somehow, I don't know how I managed to get through my 4 to 6 minute speech. And I was, by the time after I was done, I was so relieved. I was like, oh my God, I'm done. Finally, I gave my first speech. Then I thought, okay, I've overcome my fear here. And I was riding this high for a couple of weeks till I got to my second speech. And then again, since it was an online speech, again, I was terrified, but I was relieved that I was done with my speech. And so on it went till I reached my first speech I had to give on stage in front of 20 odd people. And that was when the first time the true fear of standing up on stage had come back to me. I still remember that once little few sentences I told during my fancy dress competition, and that fear came back rushing like a water out of a dam. And I could not, I was like, oh my God. That was the only thing going in my head. And I talked to my mentor, I talked to other Toastmasters, and they were all like, don't worry, it is okay, you will get there. And I was like, okay, fine. Jo hoga dekha jayega. I will go. If nothing else, I'll fumble and stand on stage for 6 minutes, but that is okay. So I went, I gave my speech. I think I forgot half my speech in the entire process, but I gave my speech. And afterwards, the evaluation that I had for my icebreaker speech and the evaluation I had for my onstage speech came back to me. And both of them told me that I had done very well, but there were certain points to improve on. And that is fair. I mean, we all have certain things we need to improve on. And it is always going to be there. So I took whatever I had learned in those initial speeches, the Zoom speeches, and had implemented in the stage speech. Now, since it is a stage and you don't have a Zoom, so you have to look around the entire room. So there were certain things that was coming back. Okay, I have to keep smiling. I have to move my head, look at everyone, have eye contact. So all of these were playing in my head. And I was implementing all of them in my speech without any fear. My only fear was that I was forgetting my speech, which was absolutely the biggest fear I'm sure all of us have had during our speeches, that we'll forget us. Now, at the end of it all, I realized I had actually missed a few statements in my speech on the onstage, but I had missed statements. And unfortunately, those statements were the crucial statements I was supposed to say in my speech. So I had actually fumbled through them, but I've forgotten them. So somehow, ultimately, at the end of it, after I gave my 7 to 8 minute speech, I came back home. I mean, the evaluation was running through my head the whole time I was driving back home. And I came home and I was doing an introspection of what, aside from the evaluation, what else I could have done, what I had missed. And I realized that from the very first speech I gave till the on-stage speech, my self-confidence had built up. It had changed. It had no longer been, oh, I was scared. I was still scared, but it reduced considerably from the very first one. Then I went over the points that my evaluators said. And as usual, the one point that always stuck, irrespective of when there is the first speech or the last speech, is my speed of talking. And I've always been a very quick talker because in my house, we all speak at a certain speed and we're used to it. So that was one of the points, even today, I remember every evaluator has given me, is that I need to reduce how fast I speak. And unfortunately, it will take some time to get there, but I hope I will get there one day. But aside from that, my confidence level, my ability to show body language, my eye contact, my presentation skills, everything has changed drastically from what I was doing in MBA till today. And that is what Toastmasters has given me. It has given me a platform where I could improve and continue doing some self-improvement every single day. And I realized it was my resilience to continue doing this. So overall, my entire Toastmasters journey, even of the first pathway, aside from doing my speeches and doing other roles, was that putting yourself out there is it is difficult, but opening yourself to putting yourself out there is a journey on its own. And as my speech title says, it begins with a journey of 1,000 words. Well, it was less than that for my first speech, but 1,000 words seems appropriate for the statement. So I did start my journey with 1,000 words, but believe it or not, this journey is going to go even 5,000, 10,000, many more words to come. And I would truly have enjoyed the entire journey I have had. Now, there is this beautiful saying by Winston Churchill, which stuck by me the entire time. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage in between that counts. And that truly, that statement sticks with me because there are certain speeches that have been my success. There are certain statements I do not see as failure, but as stepping stones to a better speech in the future. So all of this and the courage I have shown in between have been my positive points and my learning points. Thank you very much.
Very well said, Toastmaster Akshaya. And now, every time with certain interval, we need a break. Yes, this is a break time. We are going to break for 5 minutes. Come back after 5 minutes. Let's start. Everyone's there? Okay. Okay, then I'll start. So whenever in the group, friends group or relatives group, or even in office meetings, some of us find it very difficult to participate. It used to happen with me most of the time that by the time I come up with something to say, the conversation would have already changed to another topic. So even Toastmasters are taking care of that. In Toastmasters, we have table topics which help us to think on our toes and which helps us with impromptu speech. And I'm your table topic master. So let's start. And this is going to be willing participants. I'm expecting most of you, almost everyone, to participate. Please. As in IPL, not that cricket wala IPL, our Toastmasters IPL, we had different segments. Here I have come up with different segments. In Toastmasters, we joined Toastmasters basically to improve our language, our communication skills, and leadership quality. So the main topics are language, communication, leadership, and Toastmaster. We have 4 topics. So let's start. Please raise your hand so I can see. Almost everyone's camera is off. In that case, I am going to pick one by one. Yes, I can see one hand raised, Sangeeta Shruti. Now select from this 4 topic, language, communication, leadership, and Toastmaster. Sangeeta Shruti, can you hear me?
Language. Yes, I can. I need to choose a topic. You are not going to sign.
Yes, you have to select one topic, and I will, give you one topic from that topic.
Acha, from that. Oh, okay. Toastmasters.
Toastmasters. Right. So your topic is, should we inculcate Toastmasters in schools? Should we inculcate Toastmasters in school? Sangeeta Shruti.
Should we include Toastmasters in schools or start the habit of somebody being a Toastmaster in school is the question. Quite providential as I am an educator. So once again, everybody, namaskar. I am Sangeeta Shruti. The topic today, before going on, let us talk about schools. Schools is where we explore. We study things we like, we study things we hate, like geography. We study things that we take with our lives and study things that you get happy. In class 10th, I was the happiest of the day I gave my geography exam because I knew never again in life am I going to study geography. So that is how school is about. Should we inculcate? There have been, before I go ahead, I'll tell you a story. I had a person inhabiting the office next to ours who had a son who was in his first standard. Apparently, his teacher called my friend to school and said, your son is greatly an introvert. If he remains like this, he cannot be a leader. So you have to encourage extrovert qualities in him. And he and I couldn't stop laughing at that comment of that teacher because both of us are great followers of Edward de Bono, and we believe that there can be every kind of leader and every kind of person can be a leader. And you don't have to lead others, you can lead yourself. So should Toastmasters be inculcated? In my opinion, getting amateurs on stage is a mistake. Let them explore via schools, let them explore via co-curricular activities in schools, etc. Toastmaster as a platform should remain an adult platform. Yes, we have gavel clubs which do minors, but in my opinion, there is a certain age to push pressure. There is a certain age to let the child blossom. And school years, I think, are the age where the child should be let to blossom and let to grow and explore via the school environment. I am generally not in favor of putting amateurs on stage because it is our Indian tradition to say that applause takes away hard work from you. So I would say no. Thank you for the opportunity. Back to you, Toastmaster Tanuja. Namaskar.
Very well said. A very different point of view, though, Sangeeta Shruti. Many of us will agree, many of us won't agree. Let them be, whatever it is. Okay. Now let's come back with who is going to take second number. Yes, I can see Toastmaster Kunal's hand raised. Yes, Toastmaster Kunal.
Hi, Toastmaster Tanuja.
Yes, you have to select from language, communication, leadership, and Toastmaster.
I would go for communication.
Communication. So your topic is communication with spouse. Communication with spouse, Toastmaster Kunal.
Good evening, everyone. I think it's a very interesting topic, communication with spouse. In today's era where, it's not that easy to sustain a marriage life. And the primary reason being we are getting more westernized, there's career everywhere. And it's not something that we had during our parents' time where, the females were kind of more into the responsibility of household and the men were the bread owner. But the things are changing. The females are earning, males are earning. And it's very important to have a very good communication with your spouse. Whereas you have to share your problems, you have to share your happiness. Nowadays what happens is if you're not happy with something which your spouse did, we normally keep it, we either keep it unsaid, and that adds to more and more frustration. So it's very important that we should be very open to each other that, hey, I did not like this thing. Can we not improve on this? Or it has to be a two-way communication with more of suggestions. If there are difference of opinion, it has to be resolved amicably. It's nice to have debates, but the debates should not turn into arguments. That is very important. Especially if you have a child, it's very important that communications have to be more on a lighter note in front of your child. It should never be like in fighting or arguments. I think we can have a very good communication with your spouse if there is a kind of an openness with each other, kind of a frankness with each other, kind of an acceptance to hear the things out. And I think we can really have very good communication with the spouse and we can sustain a marriage life in a better way. Thank you.
Very well said, Toastmaster Kunal. In a way, very diplomatic answer, huh? I am not going to tell your wife anything about it. Don't worry.
He's not around.
Okay. So who is next? Yes, I can see Toastmaster Krati. Can you unmute yourself?
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, hi, Toastmaster Krati. You have to select from language, communication, leadership, and Toastmaster.
So I will also go for communication.
Communication. Okay. Yes. So your topic is communication with boss. Okay. Communication with boss, Toastmaster Krati.
So communication plays a very important role in every aspects of your life, whether it be with your family, your friends, your partner, or in your professional life. In your professional life, I would like to elaborate on this matter that communication is at most important, and that's why I guess 80 or most of us are here in the Toastmaster also, so that we can improve our communication and we can get a professional edge and excellence in our career. So it is very much important when we are working as a professional that we communicate each and everything with our peers and boss during the work, and also apart from the work, if we are feeling like whatever the matter may be. But for me particularly, if I would my personal experience means I have 3 years of training experience and like 10 months of job experience, nearly 1 year of job experience. I don't feel the need to communicate something extraordinary with my boss, because there is like a balance between me and my team, and we like generally understand each other's concern, and my boss is already very much understanding and like very much we can say helping, and whatever we can say, I am like, so I don't feel an extra need to communicate with him with something. But yes, I definitely feel the need that if you have a boss who is being like really pressurizing you with something, or you're not satisfied with the way he's behaving or the work you are getting to done with him, that definitely the communication gap should be filled, and you should communicate with him that whatever you feel. So that's it from my side. Thank you.
Very well said, Krati. I really hope that, everyone should get boss like your bosses. Yes. And who's next? Yes, I can see Toastmaster Sanjeev. Can you unmute yourself?
Yeah, hi.
Hi, Toastmaster Sanjeev. Now you have to select from 4 topics, and then I will give you one topic. It's language, communication, leadership, Toastmaster.
Since nobody has touched upon language, let me see what language holds.
Okay. So fluency in language. Fluency in language, Toastmaster Sanjeev.
So I think fluency as a subject in language comes from the fact that the mastery one person has over that language. So for example, for a Marathi person, the Marathi language would be very fluent and would come very naturally. Uh, for me as a Bengali, a Bengali language would come out very naturally and fluently, which would impress you a lot. But when it comes to English, which is not our mother tongue, but still we are forced about to use English in our day-to-day lives, whether it is school, college, or the general working environment, because that's the way it is in India. So you need to learn that English. Okay, so that fluency with the complexity of a foreign language that you want to speak becomes the task more difficult, I would say. And that is what it is. I mean, so that how do you bring about that fluency? The question is that how do you bring about that fluency is when you practice it more. So when you practice it more with your colleagues, when you practice it more with your friends, then when you do mistakes, that is when you learn. And people many a times tend to forget that grammatical errors are also very much obvious when you are speaking English. So that is one more point that one needs to be very mindful of the fact that it's not only to speak very fluently and fanciful, but you need to keep a check on your grammar as well. So I think those are the couple of things which comes to my mind at this point. Thank you.
Very well said. That's very true what you said, that we are very fluent with our mother tongue. Most of us are. And when it comes to second language, English is our second language. So we need to work with that. And Toastmasters help us with that. Language fluency. Yes. Now, who is next? Okay. Here is this very interesting person. Toastmaster Vidya is raising her hand. Can you unmute yourself, Vidya? And you're not visible as well.
Yeah, I know. 1 second, I'll just try. As I said, there's some problem in my camera.
Okay. No problem. So you have to select one topic from the 4 topic, and then I will give you one topic within that topic. Okay. So it's language, communication, leadership, and Toastmaster.
Don't want to, but let's try leadership.
Leadership. Okay. So your topic is inborn leader. Toastmaster Vidya, inborn leader, Toastmaster Vidya.
So it's topic, it seems whether it is for or against, it seems like that. Then I say there's a balance. There are people I think so who are inborn leader. They take birth and give it some runs. They kind of behave like leaders, even if they are child. They instruct their parents and their educators and all. So they are inborn leaders, and as they grow, we see the children. And as they grow, they become mature, and still they have that leadership quality. So there are people who are not inborn leaders, and I was one such person. I was a very introvert person and very shy, who I would need instructions from other. I would say I would not even listen to myself. I would be afraid to listen to myself. So there are people, and there people like me who have changed. I tried doing things that changed myself. One important thing is communication. When you are good at communication or you work on your communication, automatically it helps in your leadership. So there's nothing, if you are inborn leader, that's good, but if you are not, that doesn't mean you can't do. You can still work on it and you can be a good leader. I have worked in organizations and I can say I have been a good leader as well. I got good leaders, I learned from them, and I learned those qualities and I try to revive and put in my own things also. And I've been a good leader, a friend and a leader. As it is said, you should not just instruct, you should work, and they should you should work also, and I've done that. So if you're not a leader, it's okay. Work on your communication, work on your leadership. Look around, there are leaders, we can learn from them. And as Senator Shruti also said, any kind of leader, there can be different kind of leaders. Even if you are shy, you can be a good leader. So don't think you are not I'm a good leader. Work on it, and you'll get one day. Thank you. Over to you.
Very well said, Vidya. I totally 100% agree with what all you said and what all I could hear. I don't know whether everybody could hear properly because your voice were not clear in between. But yes, I completely understand and agree with you. Very well said, Vidya. Yes. Now who is next? I'm excited now.
You still want to participate?
I can't participate. I'm participating already. I don't see. Yes. Yes, there is this Toastmaster Deepak. Hello.
Yeah. Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, Toastmaster Deepak. You have to select one topic. I'll give you 4 topics, and from the topic you select, I'll give you topic from that topic. Okay. It's
Yeah.
language, communication, leadership, Toastmasters.
Communication.
Communication. Okay. So communication with children.
Good. Thank you, Toastmaster Tanuja. Communication with children, that is very interesting one, because when we have children in our home, the environment will be totally different. I still remember when I joined my first company, when I was in training, there was a lot of pressure and like it was like long training hours. So when I used to go home late, I have one niece at my home. So he used to ask me like, Uncle, please come and play with me. So to convince him that I'm very tired and I can't play now, that is very difficult task. But still, I don't have any choice. I has to play, and I had played. But obviously, that helped me a lot. That helped me to refresh my mind and everything. So to communicate with children, you have to be a children. You can't be a like older one and you have to just order, please sit there and please stand. Nothing. That will won't work actually. You have to be a children. Sometimes you have to like try a new trick to to engage with the children. Sometimes you have to give chocolate. Sometimes like there are different tricks. So what I feel is like when you're communicating with the children or interacting with children, you are like enriching or nourishing your childhood once again, and you're enjoying that childhood. So you're refreshing your memories which you have spent in your childhood. So that is very good opportunity to you to like communicating with the children, and which you are excel in that, and I'm sure that you will be never feel alone or unhappy. That's it for the day.
Very well said. Yes, I agree most of the part with you. But chocolate and giving sweet is a part of communication. I learned that new thing today.
So that was some tricks.
Okay. Who is next now? I am not able to. Yeah, Toastmaster Dharmesh, you're raising your hand.
Yeah, can somebody keep the time while I speak?
You yourself can do that, no?
Well, I will stop sharing because I need to stop sharing. Or you can keep the time.
Yeah, I will keep
Zoom
it.
must.
I'll keep.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, Toastmasters Dharmesh, you have to select one topic: language, communication, leadership, and Toastmaster.
Communication.
Communication. Okay. So your topic is effective communication. Toastmaster Dharmesh, effective communication, Toastmaster Dharmesh.
Effective communication is the key to success in any organization. For example, I'll give you the example. Today's meeting, last week itself, Toastmaster Meenakshi mentioned that this meeting is online and everybody has to come online. Do not come to the office. She mentioned it once, twice, and thrice to ensure that the message was clearly communicated to all the Toastmasters and everybody came online. So that was the success of our communication. Similarly, in our day-to-day life, it is important that we communicate effectively to each and every person. Like for example, you mentioned there was communication about you mentioned about earlier. Kunal mentioned about wife. So wife, there is a different way to communicate. Probably there is a probably because of so many years of understanding. I think just by eyes you can communicate with her, and she will understand what you want to say. As now we go to kids, that is a different thing. Now there you need to communicate effectively in order to make them understand when they are doing something wrong. And also it have to I think in that initial stages you need to make them understand and communicate properly so that they understand what they're doing. And lastly, you mentioned about the boss also. So there it has to be in a different way. Like you need to be communicate whenever you are happy and whenever you are sad. Whenever there is an you can say the promotion or something is not given, you need to communicate that you are not happy. So I cannot see the timer.
Yeah, it is red card.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, the communication is very effective, and a effective communicator will be a good leader. That is what I feel.
Very good, Toastmaster Dharmesh. In a very simple language with example, you have explained different ways to communicate effectively with different types of people. Yes.
Thank you.
Now next one. Yes, I can see Toastmaster Ragib. Can you unmute Toastmaster Ragib?
Yes. Am I
Yes.
audible?
Yes, you are audible. Now you have to select from language, leadership, and Toastmasters. Communication
Language.
is over now.
Language.
Language. Okay. Your topic is Toastmaster Ragib, an encounter with foreign language. Toastmaster Ragib, an encounter with foreign language, an encounter with foreign language, Toastmaster Ragib.
Okay. Foreign language. I want to share one incident. I I was in Sydney for a month for an official trip. So first of all, I want to explain now that I know little bit Urdu, Persian, and Arabic also. So in the Sydney office, one Iranian girls was there, and she was communicating with their family members in Persian. So I understand that she is from somewhere in Iran or Iraq. So I went to her and asked, "Are you from Iran?" So she is surprised that how you come to know about my native place. Then I told her that I know little bit Persian. So then she was very excited that how come an Indian people know Persian. That was the surprise. So since after that, she became my friend, and she took me, all around the Sydney, and I was not alone there. And it was very first time I realized that having a foreign language will give you so many things. So first of all, she became my friends, and it was very easy to go all around Sydney, and I saw all the places, all the important places in Sydney, and that's all from my side. That was the advantage I have gained having a knowledge of foreign language. That's all.
Okay, Toastmaster Ragib. Now we all know that knowing foreign language can be very interesting because you end up meeting very interesting people. Very good, very well said, Toastmaster Ragib. I would like to have next one. Who would like to participate? I am not able to see.
Or
Okay,
we can close also, Tanuja.
okay, okay then. So now I announce that our table topic is over. I would like to call upon timer Toastmaster Dharmesh to mention the time time.
Okay. So the first speaker, Toastmaster Sangeeta Shruti, she took 2 minutes 13 seconds. Toastmaster Kunal took 1 minute 48 seconds. Toastmaster Krati took 2 minutes and 14 seconds, 1-4. Toastmaster Sanjeev took 1 minute and 35 seconds. Toastmaster Vidya took 2 minutes and 9 seconds. Toastmaster Deepak took 1 minute and 34 seconds. Toastmaster Rajib took 1 minute and 44 seconds. And my timing, if you could let me know. Am I qualified?
Toastmaster Krati.
Yes, you are qualified.
Okay, so all of them are qualified.
Okay.
Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dharmesh. So everyone is qualified in our table topics. Hats to you, all of you. It's a life-changing experience for our general evaluator. Toastmaster also helped him growth in all areas of his life without judgment. Toastmaster marked positively and installed communication and listening skills in his personal and professional life. He is grateful for this Toastmaster journey and for the club and to all of us, all the members. He is none other than our dashing president, who is also today's general evaluator, Toastmaster Arun.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tanuja. A round of applause for our table topic master, our master of ceremony, Toastmaster Tanuja, for that fantastic session. I really enjoyed it. Thanks a lot. Well, there are no guests. All of you are aware how G goes. So I'll start with the first section where I'll invite distinguished Toastmaster Vinay to evaluate the speech of Toastmaster Akshay. A round of applause for Toastmaster Vinay. I can see you.
Good evening.
Yeah, hear you as well. Good evening.
Everyone. Okay, should I start? Great. Thank you. Am I clearly audible?
Yes.
Am I clearly audible?
Please go ahead. Yes, please go ahead. Your
Will be
screen
lost.
is frozen. Yeah, screen is frozen and not able to hear you now.
I think he's joining from another device.
I am sorry, I was thrown out of the room.
No worries.
I hope I am audible now. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So Akshay, everybody in our club, whenever they have one expectation, and you know what expectation is that. Your speeches are so rich. Always your speeches are rich, and that is why we call you the Shakespeare or the Bard of Agnes. And this is what I have been, I have been carrying the impression. One wonderful I saw today in your entire speech that unlike your all other speeches till now, this speech was much more simple in front of everyone. We could connect with you much more right from the beginning when we started with your journey. And it was wonderful to see your pathways journey when you related it to your childhood from the fancy dress competition to your current situation, from your icebreaker speech, butterflies in your stomach, and how you incorporated the event, because this is which most of the people forget to uh, share, how you incorporated each and every evaluation of yours in your speeches as you go ahead. uh, this was something which you highlighted, which was wonderful. One uh, comment which all the evaluators have been giving you to reduce the speech, today I will definitely not give you. I really felt that this path culminating speech was very, very appropriate, because everything was coming out of heart, structure to it, and whatever you were speaking, it was out of heart. Today, you were not in a hurry to speak your speech. And every time, as I can see, because your matter is so rich, matter is so laced with so heavy words. So that is why probably there are butterflies in your stomach. Let me get over this. Let me complete this speech. Let me finish everything. But today it was not there. So you will realize today the difference between the today's speech and the speeches that you have given in past. Okay, I would advise you. There is no further in terms of what you could have better, what you could have done better. The only advice that I would like to give you is that please connect with the audience much more. What you have done today. Please have the pulse of audience. Make try to understand what they want to hear. Relatable matter. Heavy words, whatever they are good, they should be able to talk. So wonderful. Kudos to you on completing this journey and an important land. All your further the next. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Pratiyam Vinay, for that smooth and beautiful evaluation of the speech. All right. I could note the time. I think it was 3 minutes 29 seconds. Dharmesh,
Yeah,
please
yes.
confirm. Yeah, just
Yes.
nick of time. So let us invite the grammarian for the evening, Toastmaster Krati, with her report.
So I would I can hardly find the usage of word of the day and phrase of the day. Maybe because in our general meetings it is written on the board and everyone, it comes to notice of everyone. And Also, there might be possible reason that it is not that much usable, the word and phrase I have given. So I'll take care of that for next time. So some words which I have found very good usage of grammars, and the words which I found very good properly used are like complacent, terrified, inculcate, amateur, amicably, and bardofagnal. Also the usage of some sentences like success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage in between that stood. So some these are some of the excellent usage of grammar. So thank you.
Thank you so much. A round of applause for her report. Now I invite the counter for the evening, Toastmaster Deepak Desai.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster. There are very less actually uses. So basically, Toastmaster Dharmesh has taken it as a 4 times. I think twice. DTM Vinay has said twice. Toastmaster Tanuja has used once. Toastmaster Sanjeev has used twice. Toastmaster Akshay has used twice and twice. Krati has used 7 times, so once, and Vidya has used 2 times. That's it.
Thank you for that detailed report, Toastmaster Deepak. Will improve upon next time on our counter uses. Now is the time for G report. So I would like to start by thanking the election officer for the evening, Toastmaster Sangeeta Mishra. She is not there, but we are really grateful to her for conducting the election in a smooth and fair manner, very transparent. And I also congratulate I'll probably do that in next meeting, the upcoming XCOM. I'll go with my report. Let us give a round of applause to Master of Ceremony and Table Topic Master, Toastmaster Tanuja. Really good topic. Good way of bringing new topic, giving 2 options to people to choose from, giving kind of sectors to choose from: Toastmaster, language, communication, leadership, all favorite topics. I think Toastmaster, I don't know why only Sangeeta Shruti spoke on that. Others did not choose, and other topics were chosen more time. So I encourage you guys. Toastmaster is really fantastic topic to choose from. Choose it. Thank you so much. Moving on. Zoom Master, you are very smooth. Thanks a lot, Saish. Thanks a lot to Dharmesh. He was impeccable today. Toastmaster Krati as grammarian, effective, very effective. Only thing is, you felt that word of the day and phrase of the day were not spoken many times because they were not pasted on the blackboard. I would encourage you to paste it in the chat more, because I can see you put it at 5:22 when election was going on, and then I don't know whether you forgot and you could not. If you do it, people probably use it. And of course, partly because the word of the day and phrase of the day were slightly out of context. For example, carpe diem, I can say once, but not frequently, right? Similarly, resilience also when it comes into so probably choose better words so that others are encouraged to use them. Otherwise, all fantastic. Our counter, Deepak. Thank you for the report. Very meaningful report. And it's good that you read it, since it's an online meeting and there could be more speakers. Since there was election, there were not many speakers. I would encourage you to use Excel spreadsheet and paste it in the chat after making it so that people can see it. Otherwise, all good. DTM Vinay, very smooth evaluation. I also saw that her speech, Akshaya's speech, speed was really good, controlled today compared to what she has been doing. Congratulations to Akshaya for completing her pathway. Very well done, Akshaya. Very fast, but I would ask you to explore other leadership opportunities, other areas, and see how it challenges you. So with this, I stop. If any table topic speaker wants the feedback, I have it. In the benefit of time, I'm not verbalizing it here, but I have it written. I can give it to you later on when you approach me. And with this, I request Zoom Master to put forth the polls.
Okay.
There is some issue with my Zoom, so I'm not able to see polls. Just keep track of it. There are 15 of us in the meeting. To
11
get
have
close to
voted.
it, just move to next. Done? Okay, second. Since we have only one speaker and one evaluator, you may skip that.
Three more votes.
All right, guys. Fastest finger fast. Done?
Done.
Polling is done?
Yes, done.
All right. We can share the votes right now, or you will need some time.
2 minutes.
Okay. So now I give back to Toastmaster of the day, Master of Ceremony, to close her theme or close her remarks, and then give it back to presiding officer. Thank you. Back to Toastmaster Tanuja.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arvind. I joined Toastmasters with the intention to improve my language and to connect with people. I joined Toastmaster 5 years back and I took 2 breaks. But my resilience pulled me back to Toastmasters again and again, every time. I am grateful to Toastmaster for many things, for improvement of my language and my communication skills. And I've made many wonderful friends on this platform. And Toastmaster is one part of my life now. On the note of this, I would like to hand over the platform to our President, Toastmaster Arun. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tanuja. And I actually echo your feeling about Toastmaster. Those who are even slightly seriously involved in Toastmaster, they will understand how beneficial it is for professional and personal growth, both. And it has eventually benefited a lot of people. It's not only me or you. I think there is a whole community of lakhs of people who are saying the same thing. So let's bring more people under the umbrella of Toastmaster. Let us try through individual efforts, because it's a non-profit organization without any political agenda, and also it's very healthy. With this, there is one small announcement. We have our next meeting on 17th June, where we have induction or installation ceremony of our upcoming leaders. So please come in person. It's an in-person meeting, so please come and witness it. It's going to be a fantastic meeting, I'm sure. And I'm requesting you to be present when you to welcome our leaders. Saish, are we ready with awards or results?
Yeah.
All right, let us present to the winners. All right, so the best table topic speaker goes to Sangeeta Shruti. Can we have Sangeeta Shruti and take a picture quickly with her? You can take the picture, Saish. You have not spotlighted. Can you spotlight her and take a picture? Otherwise, later on, Sakshi will haunt you.
She is spotlighted.
Now she is spotlighted. Please take a picture. Many congratulations, Sangeeta Shruti. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Why Sangeeta Shruti looking like she's sitting in some horror show or something? Itna dark kyun hai?
She's
Light
saving
effect.
electricity.
Lighting effective.
It's a recorded
Ghosty,
meeting.
ghosty.
Please, afterwards, please. Now,
I
next.
state on record lighting effect.
I took the screenshot at the very right time.
Thanks, Meenakshi. Let's go to the next. The award for best role player goes to Toastmaster Tanuja. Well deserved, Tanuja.
Isn't it like as usual, Arun, you have passed that to me?
No, I think I'm not sure, but I think you did really well today. So many congratulations.
Thank you.
Let us go to next, if you have the picture. All right. The best auxiliary role player goes to Toastmaster Dharmesh.
Thank you.
Dharmesh, you are fantastic today.
I just would like to ask you one question. That in the break, suppose we go out and come back. So maintaining that timing or starting and ending timing is the responsibility of a timer, or it is the responsibility of MOC?
Timer and MOC both, actually.
Okay.
Should coordinate.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks for the job. Well done. Congratulations. Let's go to next. Okay, done. Fantastic. Let us stop the recording. Thank you for the good meeting. Recording is stopped.